Namaste. In today's class we'll be focusing on the legs, so really working with both strength and flexibility. The key focus will be doing a lot of lunges. So get ready and I'll meet you on your mat. Okay, so let's begin by settling into a seated position on our mats. So just come into easy pose or half lotus. We're going to start by just placing the palms of the hands onto our knees, lifting up our chests, elongating our spines, completely relaxing your shoulders, and just connect to your breath and settle into your mat. So you can close your eyes and really just use this time to go within and to ground yourself. Because we're going to be working with the legs today, let's set an intention for grounding, for stability, and through that stability we'll find mobility. So let's just settle and come to breathing. And maybe just start to elongate your breath. So count through 6 as you inhale, pause for 2, and exhale for 8. And just keep working in your own time. Inhaling through the nose, holding, and exhaling through the nose. And on your next inhalation, let's just open our eyes and inhale and reach those arms up above your head. Really stretching into the fingers, stretching through the side body. And then as you exhale, you can gently ease across to one side, coming to rest on your elbow. Inhale to come to center and exhale across to the other side. Inhale to center and a deep exhalation as you extend that side body. Inhale to center and extend across to the other side. And then find your way back to a neutral position, placing the palms face down onto the knees. We're just going to warm up our spines by gently moving into some spinal rotations. So again, remembering to synchronize that breath with each circular motion. Breathing through it, exhaling to go down and inhaling as you lift. And now let's change direction. Working with each motion. Breathing through it, using it as a form of meditation. Nice slow rhythmic movements. Then come back to a seated position. Let's inhale and extend those arms up. And now we're going to exhale and drop down into a forward fold. So really extending those hands out in front of you, pressing into the fingertips, feeling the elongation in the spine and dropping that tailbone down. And once you found your position, you can slowly drop your head. And just hold and breathe. Now we'll just walk across to one side, feeling the extension in the side body, and hold and breathe. And then slowly walk across to the other side. You can place one hand on top of the other and just drop down. Coming back to center, we'll walk our way back up to a seated position. Now let's just change the cross of our legs for balance. Coming back to neutral, zipping up that core, elongating that spine. Let's inhale and reach the arms up, and this time we're going to move into a twist. So just gently moving into a twist to one side and hold, coming onto your fingertips. Gazing across your back shoulder. And then inhale through center and exhale to twist to the opposite side. Inhale through center, exhale to twist. Inhale and exhale. Now coming back to center, placing the hands onto the knees, we're going to work with a seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, you're going to arch your back, easing forward. As you exhale, you round your back and round those shoulders. Inhale to come forward and exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Let's do one more and exhale. And back to seated. Inhale and reach those arms up, and we're just going to gently move into a forward fold. Walking those hands in front of you, dropping down, drawing that tailbone down and feeling the extension through the torso. You should feel it in your glutes as well, so this is a good stretch for the whole body. And let's walk across to the other side. Dropping down. And now walk across to the opposite side, placing one palm on top of the other, dropping down. Come back to neutral, come back into a seated position. We're going to move into Baddha Konasana, so placing the soles of the feet together, drawing those heels towards your groin. You can move the calf flesh just to enable your knees to bend and fold a little bit more deeply. Take hold of the toes with the hands, zip up that core, drop those knees down towards the mat, opening up the hips and extending through the torso and the spine, drawing the shoulder blades in, gently gazing ahead. And just hold and breathe, edging those knees closer and closer to the mat with each breath. Now let's release and just flap our butterfly wings. And then you can place those feet slightly in front of you to create a diamond shape with your legs. And we're going to just gently ease into a forward fold. So just loosening up the body, gentle forward fold. No pressure. You can place your hands into two little fists and just drop your forehead down to rest on those fists. Now let's slowly walk our way back up to a seated position. Keeping your left knee bent, straighten out that right leg. We're moving into Janu Shishasana. So just shift the glutes back and find a comfortable seat. Your pelvis is tilted so that you can ease forward. Your knee is dropping down, descending towards the earth. So inhale and reach your arms up, and exhale just to ease into a gentle forward fold. Taking it easy, finding your position, trying to drop the belly down towards the thigh. So really feeling the extension in the lower back and drawing from the lower back down, elongating that spine and just folding forward and breathing through any tight spaces. And just keep breathing, working into the fascia, feeling it in the hamstrings. We want to warm up our hamstrings before we work our legs. So we're just working with a few forward extensions just to ease into those hamstrings. Now let's slowly walk our way back up. You can use your hand just to encourage that knee to come up to a vertical position, keeping the sole of the foot towards the groin. We're going to work into another forward fold. So gently easing down. Just feel the difference with the leg raised versus with the knee on the mat. And again, be kind to your body. Just allow it to ease into this, slowly warming up. Now from this position, we're going to take a band. So wrapping your left arm around your left knee, interlacing the fingers behind your back, and just drop down a little bit further. So you can come into a deeper forward fold now with that band. Breathing through it. Now we're going to lift up into a twist. So keeping that band, just lift up your spine, lift up your torso, and gently encourage the back shoulder to ease its way back, rotating backwards slightly, trying to elongate the spine now as you lift up, and gently gaze across to the side. Just keep breathing through it, trying to elongate with each breath. And now let's release, returning that foot to the mat, and we'll repeat on the opposite side. So placing the sole of the foot into the top of the thigh, dropping that knee down, shifting your glutes back. And now let's inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale as we drop down. So again, just trying to draw that belly down onto the thigh, elongating the spine as you fold forward. Just dropping down, working with your own body, breathing through those tight spaces, and just gently letting go. Use your breath just to help you loosen up and edge forward, dropping down a little bit further with each breath. Now we'll slowly walk our way back up, lifting up that knee, coming back into a seated position, lifting those arms up, and dropping down for another forward fold. So again, you should be feeling it in the hamstring. We're warming up those hamstrings. We've got a lot of lunges ahead of us. So just ease into it. And now let's work into a band on this side. So interlacing the fingers behind your back, wrapping that arm around the knee, and just dropping down into your Marichyasana. Now let's slowly lift up into a twist. So rotating that back shoulder back, lifting up the torso, trying to extend that spine, and gently gazing across to the side. Remembering to keep the foot flexed on your extended leg, and always activating that kneecap and the quad. Now let's release, returning both feet to the mat. Let's shake it out in our Dandasana, our staff pose. Now we're going to slowly open up into Upavista Konasana, so coming into a wide-legged seat on your mat. Shifting those glutes back just to encourage the pelvis to gently ease its way forward. We're going to start by just warming up a little bit before we move into our forward fold. So just very slowly just come to drop down on one side. Inhale to come through center, and exhale to drop down on the other side. Inhale through center, exhale to drop down. Inhale center, and exhale as you drop down. Now you can twist the torso to face your leg and gently ease down, dropping into a forward fold over that leg. You should feel it in the hamstrings. Slowly walk your way back up, and we'll just repeat on the other side. So again, just dropping down, allowing those hamstrings to gently warm up. And now let's come back through center, and we're going to ease our way forward. So just shifting those glutes back, finding your position. You can rock a little bit back and forth just to warm up. And now we're going to slowly walk our way down. So again, trying to elongate from the base of the spine. So trying to drop your belly to the mat. Just work your way into it. You can close your eyes, breathe through it, and slowly drop down. Close your eyes and breathe, working into that fascia. The longer we hold these poses, the more benefit, the more flexibility. Now we're going to slowly walk our way back up to a seated position. Take hold of the knees, support the knees as you draw your feet in. We're coming into Malasana, so keeping the feet pointing outwards at a 45-degree angle. Just gently walk across, placing the hands in front of you, and warm up those legs. And now you can slowly come to settle into a stationary position, finding your Malasana, your garland pose. Bringing the hands into prayer position and opening up those knees. Just hold and breathe. And now we'll slowly lift up those sit bones, coming into Uttanasana, our forward fold. Heel toe those feet together and just drop down. You can bend one leg at a time, warming up those hamstrings and just dropping down. Now very slowly, let's roll our torsos as we come to a standing position. You can rotate those shoulders back and now rotate them forward and come into Tadasana mountain pose. We're going to start at the front edge of our mats. So just find your mountain pose at the front edge of your mat. Hands to prayer. Inhale, reach those arms up, and exhale as you drop down into a forward fold. Step back with the right, coming into a low lunge. Just hold your low lunge, pressing into the ball of the back foot. And now we're just going to straighten that front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. Now from this position, stabilize through your back foot. Inhale as you lift up for high lunge. Holding your high lunge, hands are in steeple fingers. You're gently gazing ahead. Bringing the hands down into heart center, we're going to twist into revolved side angle. So dropping that elbow down onto the knee, twisting and keeping your hands in prayer position. And now dropping those hands down, we're going to drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and ease our way back into half splits. And then working your way back into a lunge. This time we're settling into a crescent lunge. So sinking down, feeling it in the adductors in the thigh. Your knee and your ankle are stacked on your front leg. Once you've found your position, Reach those arms up into upward prayer, gently gazing ahead and arching the back slightly into a crescent moon shape. And let's release our hands. Hands to mat, tuck the toes under, step back with your left coming into downward dog. Just walk your dog, it's our first dog of the day. Settle into it. And then you can drop those heels down, finding your position, extending through the whole body, drawing that chest towards the thighs. Holding your dog and breathing. Now inhale to roll forward into high plank, keeping that torso nice and straight, activating your core, pressing into the palms of the hands, pressing into the toes. Exhale as you lower your body down through chaturanga, and inhale for upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under and lift up back into downward dog. Sweeping that right leg up for three-legged dog. Bending the knee and exhale to plant the foot between the hands. Coming back into a low lunge. Lift up for high lunge. Holding your high lunge position. Now straighten the front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. And straighten and bend. Exhale, dropping the hands to the mat. Untuck the toes, drop that knee down, and lift up for crescent lunge. Exhale as you place the hands onto the mat, tuck the toes under, step forward into forward fold, dropping down in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale as you come up to standing in Tadasana mountain pose. Let's repeat on the left hand side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left into low lunge. Straighten your front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. One more. Straighten and bend. And now stabilize through your feet and lift up into high lunge, bringing the hands into steeple fingers and gently gazing ahead. And now bring those hands into prayer position as we prepare for our revolved side angle. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop the elbow onto the knee and twist. And then exhale, hands to mat. Drop the back knee and sink back into your half splits. And now exhale as you come forward, dropping those hips down, and inhale to raise the hands up for crescent lunge. Gently gazing ahead, finding that mobility in the upper body, rotating those shoulders back. Exhale, hands to mat, tuck the toes under on the back foot, step back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog and find your position. Dropping those heels down, sinking into your dog. Now inhale to roll forward for high plank, activating those quads, activating the legs, zipping up that core. And let's exhale down through chaturanga and inhale upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And settle in and breathe. Sweeping that left leg up, bending the knee, planting that foot. Let's lift up one more time into high lunge, holding your high lunge. Now straighten that front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. And straighten and bend. Dropping the hands down, dropping the back knee, untucking those toes, and lifting up for crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to mat. Tuck the toes under on the back foot and step forward into forward fold. Dropping down, completely relaxing in this position. And now inhale for halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale to come to standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, from Tadasana, we're going to move into another sequence with some lunging. So inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with both legs this time, coming into high plank. Dropping down through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale as you sweep that right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, bending the knee, planting that foot on the outside of the hand, so coming into the far corner of your mat, finding yourself in runner's lunge. Just hold your runner's lunge, gazing ahead, pressing through the ball of the back foot, feeling the extension in the hips. Now lifting up your left arm, coming into extended side angle, keeping that front leg bent, and then reaching up and over in your extended side angle. You can heel toe the back foot just to elongate your stance. Now dropping that hand down, bending your front leg, and moving into Skandasana, side lunge. Hands to heart center, lifting up the back, elongating that spine, and feeling it in the hamstrings. Your foot is flexed on the extended leg. Now let's walk across to the other side, finding Skandasana, foot flexed, hands to heart center, lifting up that torso, and opening up the hips, feeling the extension in the hamstring. And now planting your left hand, planting that right foot, easing into a side lunge, coming into extended side angle, lifting up your arm and reaching it up and over for extended side angle. Holding and breathing. And now as you exhale, you can windmill that arm down. Turn to face the short edge of your mat. Heel toe that foot into the far corner of your mat as you find your way into runner's lunge. Lifting up the chest, opening up those hips, and gazing ahead. And now stabilizing through the back foot. Inhale and raise that front leg up into three-legged dog. And then gently drop down into downward facing dog. And now you can slowly drop those knees down and find your way into extended child's pose. Reaching those hands out in front of you and slowly bringing your forehead to rest on the mat. Now just walk your hands back towards your body as you come into a seated position. And we're going to slowly recline for our relaxation. So gently dropping down vertebra by vertebra, coming to settle on your mat. The knees are bent, sweeping those hands between the thighs, finding the balls of the feet and opening up for happy baby. And you can just rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. And now just come to settle in your happy baby pose. And you can stay here or you can straighten those legs for an extra little extension. Just drawing that tailbone down and keeping the spine fully supported on your mat. And just hold and breathe. Now you can return your feet to the center. And keeping the knees raised, we're just going to plant the hands on either side of the body and move into some gentle twists. So just gently moving from side to side, like windscreen wipers. Feeling the release in the lower back. And I'll come back to center, hugging both knees and rocking from side to side. And now let's slowly just lower our legs to the mat, coming into Shavasana, our final relaxation. The feet are hip distance apart. The feet are dropping out to the sides. Your arms are by your side, palms facing up. You can just move the neck from side to side, releasing any tension. And then close your eyes. Find a comfortable position and relax and connect to your breath. And we can just come back to our intention for the day to find grounding, stability, and through that stability to be able to then enjoy some flexibility. And just keep breathing, slowing down that breath. You can inhale for 6, hold for 2, and exhale for 8. Trying to keep your mind on the breath and stay focused in the present moment. Now you can slowly become aware of your body on the mat. Inhale and stretch those arms up, pointing the toes. You can arch your back slightly, giving yourself a good full body stretch. And then exhale as you drop down, hands to knees, hugging those knees towards your chest, rocking from side to side. And then slowly just roll over onto one side. And very carefully lift your body up, coming back into a seated position on your mat. Inhale, raise those arms up, bringing the hands into upward prayer, just honoring the light in ourselves and others. And then exhale, bringing the hands to heart center and bowing your head in gratitude for this time we've spent on our mats together. Namaste. Thank you and have a beautiful day.